How to play the D minor chord. The D minor chord in chord charts and guitar music is shown as DM. The small n obviously stands for minor. Let's play the D minor chord. Firstly, place the first finger on the first fret of the top E string. Then, place the second finger on the second fret of the G string. Finally, place the third finger in the third fret of the B string, and now strum. Let's see that on a guitar. Firstly, press the first finger in the first fret of the top E string. Then, press the second finger in the second fret of the G string. Finally, press the third finger in the third fret of the B string, and now strum. You'll notice on the chord map that the two bottom strings, the thickest strings, have X's on them. This means you shouldn't strum these two strings. You only strum the top four strings. Let's see that done. If your D minor chord isn't sounding correct, let's see if we can find out what's wrong with it. Firstly, check the tuning. Take all your fingers off and play each note one by one, and if it sounds out of tune, pause the video here and tune it up. Now, refinger the chord so we can try again. The first finger on the first fret of the top E string, the second finger on the second fret of the G string, and the third finger on the third fret of the B string. Now give it a strum. If it's still sounding wrong, check your fingers, adjust them, and check they're not overlapping the frets. If you can't tell which fingers or which strings are causing the problem, play each note one by one. Theoretically, you should be able to hear which strings are not sounding right. If the strings are being muted, then press harder. One of the most common problems when people first learn chords is that you just don't quite press hard enough. Another common problem that can occur is that your fingers are overlapping onto the strings next to them. This can be avoided by getting the fingers onto their tips. Now, the best way to do this is to bring the thumb round the back of the neck towards the floor. As you're doing this, your fingers will move round and be forced onto their tips. Sometimes this will take a little playing and a little adjusting before you get it quite right. So, try that now. And remember to keep trying the notes one by one in order to separate the strings out so you can tell which strings are causing problems. Don't worry if you don't get the chord correct straight away, just keep practicing. Remember, you're not going to learn to play the guitar in a matter of hours, it takes practice.